What is up, sister friends? Welcome to another episode with me, your host on Heart to Heart, Coach Emily. I hope everybody's having a great week so far, feeling good. I also hope everybody liked last week's episode, which was all about how to love each human design energy type, which was really fun to record. It's really cool to talk about the partnerships between energy types and how they can work together best because we are all supposed to work together, and each energy type has a specific purpose that can actually help other energy types. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful combination, I will say. So it's been a freaking good week, I would say, so far. Granted, today when I'm recording this is Monday, so starting off good, starting off strong. Austin and I actually just started on Disney Plus. Shout out to my sister Alyssa for giving us her login. She gave us the login, so we've been watching the timeline of the Marvel movies. So it's like Captain America, Captain Marvel. What was the next one? Iron Man is what I watched last night. I've never watched them from start to finish. I've always loved the Marvel movies, but I've never watched them in like the order that you're supposed to watch them in. So I've been doing that. I made a lot of medicine this weekend with my herbs, which has been really fun to play around with and experiment with. It's definitely something that I'm just like so obsessed with. I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but when I love something, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And I just get obsessed. I just get obsessed and like really immersed into it. So school's going good. I'm really proud of myself. I have a 97 in herbalism school right now, which I know like when I say herbalism school, I feel like there's this judgment that it's like super easy, but I literally had to like get interviewed to get into the school, how to send in an essay. Like it's no joke. Like they're very serious because you're going to be working with people in the health world. And herbalism is like being a doctor, not equivalent to a doctor, because obviously that requires a different set of skills. But herbalists were the first doctors in America. And then when I want to say Rockefeller came on the scene, he kind of was like, these are crazy people. Don't listen to them. Go to real doctors, and change the face of medicine. So there's like this part of me, being a 5-1 projector and mental projector, with the 5-1 out on the outside, people maybe don't see me this way, but on the inside, I do have this like rebellious streak, which is why I've always like really resonated with hippies and civil rights movement and all of these like protests, like why I was like an activist for veganism for a long time, because there's just like this little bit of like going against the grain a little bit in me. And so herbalism definitely feels in the right vein for that. And I just love having a natural way of healing. I really think it's so beautiful how God gives us everything we need on this planet. And as humans, we just try to complicate it as always. Now, when you become an herbalist, it's very important. I say this disclaimer or whatever. They're obviously medicine, like doctors and like that type of medicine is crucial to a point. Herbalism is like preventative, vitalistic care, the energy, the person, looking at the whole person and trying to help a person before it gets to a point of needing a doctor, right? Like herbalists don't cure cancer, herbalists, but there is a lot of things herbalists can do. And the act of healing people is just something I'm super drawn to. So I could obviously talk about that forever in eternity. But I wanted to use today to be a little bit vulnerable, right? We're heart to heart for a reason, and talk about a couple things. And it kind of what sparked me, because I had an original plan for today's podcast episode, but I posted in my Energetic Ladies group chat, which is my free WhatsApp chat, the community of ladies who are working on human design and energetic scheduling. It's totally free. Anyone can join. Feel free to join. But I posted in there today about crying and tears and how important tears are. So I'm going to read to you what I posted in the chat. Okay. And studies have shown that tears aren't just salty water. They are a cocktail of incredible medicine. Your tears release stored adrenaline, meaning you come out of fight or flight. They contain old emotions in the form of hormones, so you're literally flushing old pain and hurts out of your system. They also contain relaxants and pain relieving compounds, which are better than any over the counters you could take. So cry your tears. Trying to hold them in is a detriment to us because tears literally facilitate our healing and elevation. Whenever you feel moved to, let yourself cry. Side note, you'll never know who you'll also liberate to be connected to their own emotions when you do. Now, I didn't come up with that by myself. That credit goes to Jenna Zoe. She's an amazing human design reader, and I had to share that with my group because I think it is so crucial. And to that last point of like when you share your tears, you give another woman or whoever an opportunity to share their tears. And last week on my Instagram story, I was crying and expressing how hard it is being an entrepreneur and how I've been struggling, and that, you know, I struggle with self-worth. And whenever I do this, I don't do it often, even though I probably should do it more. I always get beautiful responses of like, oh my God, me too. And I think there's this, and still in our society, this you can't cry, you got to stay silent, you got to hold it in. I mean, literally I texted my friends last night because I was feeling down. I've been feeling really down lately as a business owner. And I texted my friends, and before I even expressed what I was feeling, I said, I don't want to complain, but this is what's going on. And my friends were like, girl, it's not complaining. Like, you're here, like, let it, like, vent to us, tell us what's going on. And that's why I was like, you know what, we're going to talk about this on the podcast because clearly there's a message here. And when we are feeling so overwhelmed or we want to cry, we have all of these preconceived notions that like, oh, don't cry, that's annoying, that's a burden to others, that is weak. You perceive yourself that way. But if your like best friend was crying, or if your best friend was struggling with something and she came to you upset, you would be there with grace, you would be there with understanding, you would ask her how you could help, you would not shame her for crying. Yet we shame ourselves so much for being upset, and we hold it in and we hide it because God forbid the world know that you're struggling because you got to be perfect all the time. And I would be lying if I said that everything's going great in my business. I would be lying if I said I don't question every single day if I'm doing the right thing. I've been questioning, should I have stayed in fitness? Should I have stayed in fitness? That maybe would have been easier. Should I have held back on diving into human design? Financially, maybe that would have been smarter. These are the thoughts I've been having. And then it's like, am I even good about enough? Do people even care about this? Is there even value here? Like, what am I doing? And when we are on our paths and we are moving through our lives as entrepreneurs, we are going to have doubts. You're a person, it's going to happen. And what we're doing is super scary, right? That's why most people don't do it or they give up. And this is not going to be like a motivational speech. I think what more I want to give to you today is acceptance of what you're feeling. What you're feeling is what you're going through is normal. What you're going through is really, really hard. And it's okay to feel how you feel. And you don't always need a solution. You just need to be like, this is a season that I'm going through and I will get past this season. But we only get past this season when we express what is going on. When you hold it inside, one, you make yourself feel crazy. You make yourself feel worthless, right? But when you tell someone, you tell a trusted friend, you tell your business mentor, whoever you tell, one, you feel a release because you're no longer holding it inside. It's out. Now the universe can do with it what it will, what God needs to do with it. But also you have another person who's like willing to listen to you, and maybe they just listen, they don't give you solutions, and that's all you need. Or if you do need solutions, they're ready for you because now they know what's going on with you. We are meant to support and love each other. We are meant to understand what is going on in each other's lives. You are not a burden because you have tears. You're a person. Everything in your body is meant for a purpose. I just said this with herbalism. God made everything in life with a purpose, from the root of a plant to a stem of a plant to a leaf of a plant. If God gave a leaf of a plant a purpose, you, a complex human being with feelings, emotions, dreams, inspirations, compassion, you have a specific purpose, and your tears have a specific purpose. Nothing is useless, and everything has a reason. And when you embrace that and you allow that, you can move through this space in a more purposeful way, because you understand, even when you are low, even when you are crying, even when you are tired, even when you are struggling, there is a reason. There's a lesson to be learned. There's a person to interact with. There is something to be heard, seen, whatever the case may be. And so when we come to this place of acceptance, we're allowing ourselves to be a person living their life. When we hold everything in, that's not living life. That's not experiencing life. That's not engaging with life. That is holding back. And I don't think as an entrepreneur, you ever were one to hold back. I think as an entrepreneur, all of us at some point in childhood, whenever, we never held back. We were full send. We were fully ourselves, fully expressive, fully emotional. In my energetic ladies group chat, I've asked that question: who were you when you were younger? And they always say, like, oh, I was crazy, I was imaginative, I was a tomboy, I was loud, I was emotional, I was blah, 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 blah. That is your rawest version of you as an energy type. And then as life goes on, conditioning happens. Life goes on, people say, don't cry, don't express yourself, be perfect, don't share, don't burden others. But guess what? You know what's hurt my life the most? Holding back, not telling a person I want to be their friend, not telling a person how I feel, not putting my ideas out there. You only learn and you only grow by doing those things. And you are not fully participating in life if you're constantly holding back your tears, if you're constantly holding back who you are and who you want to be. We came here for a purpose. We came here for a mission, right? God gave you this life to do something with it. And I think as entrepreneurs, we feel that responsibility so deeply. It's why we started our own business. We feel the need to take action. We feel the need to do something big in this world because we've been given one life. I know for me, I have felt that way since I was so young. I mean, I have felt that way since I knew what fairy princesses are and kings and queens are. Like, I was like, I want to do something huge. I want to change the world. I want to make an impact. I want to find a solution for a problem that somebody has and solve it so that they can go live their lives. I have always wanted to be something important in this world. And you know how I become that something important? By fully engaging in who I am and what I'm doing and how I feel. That is so important. And so, yes, I've been struggling really bad with my self-worth as an entrepreneur, as in energetic scheduling, all of these things. And I say this so that you know you're not alone, because I know you probably struggle with it too sometimes. And I say this because this is what I'm experiencing. And this is only going to make me better. This is only going to help me grow. It's only going to help me overcome. The thing that I've learned in this life is it doesn't always make sense. And I have to stop trying to make it make sense. I just need to fully engage, continue on my mission, and have faith. And if that includes tears, then bring on the tears. And one thing about me, I'm a crier. I cry a lot. I mean, if I hold a baby, I cry. And that is not a joke. If my friend Katie literally does things because she knows they're going to make me cry, like asking me to be a godmother to her son, asking, anytime I hold a baby, I mean, it's the worst. Not the worst, because it's just like precious and innocent and perfect, and I can't help but cry. But also, like, on my wedding day, Katie was like, nobody tell Emily how much you love her. She's going to start crying. We can't have her makeup room messed up. Like, I'm just sensitive in that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that we can see our tears and we can see our emotions as gifts and not something wrong with us. We live in a world where emotions are technically bad, but we're humans. It's literally that's what separates us from a lot of animals, right? We have a lot of emotions, we feel a lot of things. And if you are an emotional in human design, aka your solar plexus is colored in, which is defined, that makes you an emotional. You're an emotional, your emotions change sometimes day to day and you don't understand why. right? Your emotions change based on, you don't even like, just day to day or week to week, and you don't really understand why you're feeling what you're feeling. It's like some days God turns on Metallica and you're pissed off for some reason and you don't understand why. Or tomorrow God's playing Colby Calais and you're a happy little butterfly, right? And it's learning to ride those waves of those emotions. Or if you're a non-emotional like myself, which means you have an undefined solar plexus, aka it's white on your chart, that means that your emotions are pretty the same all the time. You're cool, calm, and collected. You know your own emotions very well. Like non-emotionals know their emotions and why, like a snap of the fingers, but they are easily influenced by other people's emotions and they amplify other people's emotions. And if an emotional walks into the room and they're feeling angry, I feel it times 10. Right. And so as a non-emotional, it's important to remember you are not your emotions, in the sense of like, they are not who you are. They are a signal. They are awareness. They are a motor center to help you move through this world. And so everybody's emotions are different, but I think sharing them more and more is going to be crucial as we grow as entrepreneurs. And we're not making decisions based on our emotions. They help bring awareness. They help us understand what's going on. They help us understand ourselves. And so the more that you can get into that space and hold space for them, the better. You know, you were made with a purpose. I always say you are destined for more. And so stop holding yourself back because someone else made your emotions feel unsafe or made them feel dumb. That's just like, that person needs more work, not you. You are amazing and you are doing so many amazing things, and there are emotions that come with that. And so I thought this would be a really helpful topic for today. If you resonate with this at all, like send it on over. Like, you know, I want to be your sister friend on this group, on this podcast. I want to be the woman that you come to with what's going on in your life, and then I can help you grow and help you like move forward, because this world needs more strong women who are fully themselves, who are too much, who are doing all the things, who are taking up space. And this is one of the ways in which we can do that. And so, you know, we do better when we work together, and being raw and vulnerable and heart to heart is going to make that difference. And I'm working on this every single day. I am not perfect, but it is something that we can all do together if we're just being open and honest about it. So yeah, I'm going to get off because I have yoga, going hot yoga. It's Monday. Hot yoga on Mondays has been the best thing I've ever added to my week. So I'm heading out to that, and I will be connecting more with my body and my emotions in there. It's a great meditative experience. If you've never done it, highly recommend. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing week. Check the show notes for the links to join the group chats or anything else that you are interested in energetic scheduling, Full Circle Energetics. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.